Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to make some meatball sliders. Y'all are going to love these, I'm telling you, and I'm sorry. I do these juicy fattening recipes. These were delicious. So I took about a half a pound of ground beef and I chopped up a large onion and put that in a saucepan with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil and about 3 cloves of diced garlic, and just sauteed those till they were just translucent, maybe about 5 or 6 minutes. And then add 2 tablespoons of fresh parsley, 1 egg. I added one half teaspoon of ground pepper and just a pinch of salt, because I don't like my dishes too salty, but I love them peppery. And then to that, I added 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs, and I used the Italian breadcrumbs. I had the plain or those, and I just figured those would be best in this dish. I have a triangle of Fontina cheese. It was about 7 ounces, I think. I just grated that up. Fontina cheese is really good. It's very flavorful. It's like a mozzarella, but more taste. And I probably put about a little less than half a cup in there. And then I just put a sprinkle or two of cayenne pepper just to give it a little spice. And I always use the plastic gloves when I'm dealing with meat usually. I don't like that texture on my hand, and I just I just feel like it's cleaner. But make sure that you get those mixed up really, really well, because if you don't, the hamburger meat will start when the meatballs are cooking. The meatballs will kind of crack if the meat isn't mixed up really, really well. So just keep squishing and squishing and squishing until you get get the consistency really good and mixed well. And I have that Wonder Bread over there, and there are 24 rolls in there. So I'm going to need to make 24 meatballs. And you make those about 1.5 inches, just the size of a meatball. I guess about 1.5 inches wide. And if you make a few too big, just get as many made out as you can. And if you have to go back like I did, when I finished making my meatballs, I just started rolling. I counted them and I actually had 25 meatballs. So, just take some off of a couple. I mean, take some off, split that one up, and just add it to a couple of meatballs just so you can get 24. Or you can just keep that extra one and pop it in your mouth and just go about your day, which, can come to think of it, is probably what I should have done, but hey, it's all right. So I'm going to stick those in the oven on 400 for about 12 to 15 minutes. You just want to make sure they get done. They're not overcooked and they're just done, okay? Because these meatballs will be going back into the oven. So while those are cooking, we're going to go ahead and do our bread. Now, I got the 24 pack. I kind of increased my recipe so I could use this specific bread. These are just the Wonder Bread rolls. You could use the Hawaiian sweet rolls if you want, but I didn't want to use those in this recipe. Some people might like that, but I just wanted to keep it plain and simple as to not take away from, the flavor of the rolls. So just spray you a pan, cover it with foil and just spray it with some butter spray, nonstick spray. And you're going to take a sharp knife and you're going to make a circle in the top of these rolls and take out a section, okay? And you want to go probably like 2/3 down into the hole. And just cut the piece out. And if you need to kind of pull it and press down a little bit, you just want to get it to the size that one of those that our meatballs will fit down in this hole, okay? And you can take the extra bread, you can dry it out, make some croutons, you can throw it out to the birds, which is what I did. Um, so you see how I'm stretching it. I mean, it's simple. Just get your hole the size of the bread is very forgiving. All right. And I took 3 tablespoons of butter and I added 2 cloves of garlic, which I let get a little brown, but that's okay. And you just want to take a brush and just baste your rolls and just get it down in the hole and rub it over the top of the bread. Because we're going to stick these in the oven. I'm waiting on these meatballs to come out, but we're going to stick these in the oven and just leave it on 400 and put those in for probably about 10 minutes. And they'll get kind of, they'll cook and they'll get a little firm and a little harder because you want to be able to put these ingredients in there and them not soak up in the soft bread. So our meatballs are out of the oven. They're juicy. They're delicious. I took 1 jar, and I think that was about 23 ounces of marinara sauce. And I added 1 teaspoon of hot pepper, red pepper flakes in that. And I just put it in the microwave and heated it up. And you're going to want to just get you a large soup spoon and put about, I'd guess, a tablespoon, a little bit over a tablespoon down in each hole. And then we're going to take your meatball and you're going to stick those down in the hole. Now, if they don't fit exactly, like I said, the bread is very, very forgiving. You can just squeeze it down in there. It's very simple. And if you have filling, if you have the marinara sauce squishing out, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's we're gonna put sauce over top of these meatballs anyway. But they're all done. They're all in their little new home. And then you just want to take probably not as much as you put in the hole. Just cover the top of your meatballs with the leftover marinara sauce. And you see out of that whole jar, I just had a little bit. I could have probably put the rest of it on them, but I just didn't want to get the top of them too messy. And then you want to just take the rest of your Fontina cheese. This cheese melts really, really good. And just put that over top of each one of your meatballs. Y'all, these things were so good. I don't know how they're looking to you, but I'm telling you right now, the taste of them, oh, these would be perfect to make for like a party, going to a party or having friends over or like Super Bowl or anything like that. Or just to cook for the weekend and just have a snack, a little bite-sized snack all weekend. And then you just want to take the last of your parsley, about 2 tablespoons, and just sprinkle that over the top. The parsley just gives it like a really nice flavor. And these look so crisp. These would be good at Christmas time too. You see, they're just like festive and look red and green and Christmassy. And then just take your shaker of Parmesan. You can use fresh if you want. I just grabbed this out of the refrigerator. And I'd say I probably used 3 or 4 tablespoons and just sprinkle that over top. And then we're going to stick these back into the oven. And I probably put those in for another 12 to 15 minutes, and you see how perfect the cheese melted. It's so, so good. And I don't know a person on the planet that would not love these. the meatballs are just, they are so juicy and moist and just, they're perfect. And with the marinara sauce, with the red pepper flakes, it just gave them a little spice. But I hope you guys make these. I definitely do not think that you will be disappointed. Like I said, they would be great to take to any kind of party, or you can make make these with your kids on the weekend. They would love this. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you get a chance to make them, and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And I appreciate you watching. I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.